Hello everyone, my name is Deepika Prasad Gajeli. I am from the COC Department of Sri Siddheshwar Women College of Engineering. I am here to tell you about the directories and the disk structure in the operating system. So we will start by the directory structure. So what is anti-directory? A directory is like a folder that contains the files on the other directories. The directory structure organizes the files in the hierarchical or like a tree structure. A directory is the container that is used to contain the folders and the files. It is organized the files and the folders in the hierarchical manner. In the other word, the directories are like the folders that help the organize the file on the computer, just like you use the folder to keep your papers and the documents in the order. The operating system uses the directories to keep the track of the files and where they are stored. The different structures of the directories can be organized these files, making it easier to find and manage them easily. So there are the three types of the directory structures. First one was the single level directory structure. In the single level, a single level directory is the simplest directory structure. It is the all the files connected in the same directory, which makes it easy to support and the understand. A single level directory has the significant limitation. However, when the number of the files increase or when the system has more than one user, since all the files are in the same directory, they must have a unique name. If two users call their dataset test, then the unique name rule violated. And it is a very simple and no user file organization. Next one is the two level directory. In the two level directory, it is the separate directory for the each user. Better user management but no subdirectories. As we see seen, a single level directory often leads to confusion of the file name among the different user. The solution to this problem is create a separate directory for the each user. In the two level directory structure, each user has their own user file directory. Each user have a similar structure but each lists only the files of the single user. So this is about the two level directory. Now three level directory. In the tree level directory structure of the operating system, it is mostly used in the personal computers. User can create files and the subdirectories too, which was the disadvantage in the previous directory, right? So this directory structure is like a tree upside down where root directory is at a peak. This root contains the all directory for the each user. The user can create the subdirectories and even store files in their directories. It is in the hierarchical structure and it allows the directories within the directories. Common modern in the OS like Windows and the Linux. So a structure of the tree directories in the it is the hierarchical structure. So next one is the disk structure. So what is a disk structure? In the operating system, a disk structure is preferred to where the data is organized, stored and accessed on the hard disk drive or the solid state drive. So a disk is divided into the sectors and the blocks used for storing data. The OS need to understand and they manage these layouts. So there are the key components of this. First one is the tracks and the sectors. So a tracks is that it is the concentric circles on the surface of each platter where the data is stored. A disk is divided into cylinders, tracks, and the sectors. As sectors are the smallest storage unit. Next one is the blocks. What is a block? A files are stored in this block. A block size impact the performance and the storage efficiency. The smallest unit of the data that OS can read or write in this block, and the multiple blocks from the files. Next one was the partition. So what is a partition in the disk storage? A disk can be divided into the partitions with each with the file system, right? Disk can be divided into the partition. Each partition have its own file system and it improves the performance of the OS. Next one was the file system. So what is the file system? A file system is that it manages how data is stored and retrieved. It includes the metadata like a file name, size, timestamp, and the permission. Next one was the permission in the file system is like it gives the permission to the file. Its permission is about either read or write, like this permission was the. And next one is the disk scheduling algorithm. OS uses this decide the order of the disk access. First one is the FCF, like FCSFS, first come first serve, which was the first come, that's we are served that. And next one is the SSTF, shortest seek time first scan. Elevator algorithm is that. And this is all about the disk structure. Thank you.